Right now, we've got an extraordinary story for you. Our next guest was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at just 4 months old. She was told, or her parents were told, that she probably wouldn't make it into adulthood.
Well, fast forward to today, and Sophie Holmes has surpassed all expectations. Now 32, she's just set a new world record for running 36 marathons in 36 days.
I mean, it's simply ridiculous.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Frankly,
and she looks like that, and she's like, it's no big deal.
And when she runs, she always looks like that as well. I know Sophie, and I'm very, very proud to call her a friend.
Aww.
She's here alongside Dr. Zoe as well, who explained a little bit more about CF. Firstly, congratulations on the 36 in 36. It's an incredible feat. We'll come to that in a bit. I want to go back to when you got your diagnosis, or when your parents got the diagnosis as well. What was the implication for them? Was there CF in the family before that?
No, so they'd never even heard of it before. And so for them, because I was diagnosed at 4 months old, it must have felt like bringing up a baby to die. Like, you know, they got told I wouldn't make 16 years old, that I'd spend most of my life in hospital and would never achieve anything compared to, like, a normal person.
And so then what happened next? Because I know you weren't very well then, but around 19, was it?
Yeah, so growing up before then, I was very much like, oh, I don't know what the problem is. Like, you know, I've had lots of medications, 80 tablets a day, all these things. But I was like, do I have CF? Because compared to what I was told.
Right.
And then when I was 19, due to a series of events, I did become really unwell, and the doctors were like, you know, it could be only a couple of years if it carries on at this rate.
You sort of... You just quickly grazed over the amount of tablets you take a day, and this has always happened, I think. So I've done a lot of work with Cystic Fibrosis Trust. I've met some amazing people with CF and the people that do it. But trying to understand what the daily routine for someone with CF is really quite jaw-dropping. So just talk us through what that would be for a child with CF, Sophie, or even yourself now.
Yeah, so today is obviously very different, which we can touch on later. But before then, it would be get up in the morning, do physio, 2 or 3 nebulizers, tablets, and for a lot of people this repeats at lunchtime and in the evening. So we're talking a good few hours a day without even starting your day or doing the things you've got to do. And every time, even now, I eat, I have to take digestive enzymes to digest my food, to absorb the food, to get what I need from it. So, you know, it's a hard life, but obviously I don't know any different, and I think that's the key. But for children growing up, you know, you don't really understand, but you do what you've got to do because you're kind of told if you don't, then there'll be serious implication.
But you kind of chose to have this incredibly kind of negative diagnosis, and you went, you know what? I'm not going to choose to live like. I'm going to set myself some challenges, and I'm going to do amazing things. And I think that's what's so incredible about you. What made you choose to do that? Because it's hard.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong, like, I still have those days where I'm like, oh, can I do this? Or, you know, no motivation. But for me, we've only got one shot.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do everything I could. And if, you know, what they were saying was true, I wanted to make the most of the years that I had to experience life. And so when I was told I may not have too long, I drew up a very long bucket list, and despite all, went after it. And actually, it's the fitness and the training and everything like that that I do believe has helped save my life.
Lockdown was extraordinary because we did some workouts together, and you did a marathon on your front lawn.
Yes, it was part of an at-home Ironman.
At-home Ironman. By the way, your front lawn is probably about as wide as this carpet.
It was 50 metres, and it was 842 laps.
Backwards and forwards.
Yep.
You on your bike on your turbo trainer in the front room.
Yeah.
And the swimming? Well,
I do live on the sea, but unfortunately I didn't do the swim because obviously when lockdown happened, I got told not to leave my house.
Because you had to be shielding.
So I was shielding, didn't leave a one-bedroom flat for 17 weeks.
It's an extraordinary thing. So, OK, so look, we've established that you've got this incredible mental strength. But where did the idea for 36 and 36 come from?
Well, it actually came... Here we go. So it actually came in lockdown. So being told that I wouldn't make 30, I was like, right, I'm going to make 30 and I'm going to make a meal out of it because I'm going to enjoy and celebrate the fact. Because I think most people get terrified to reach 30, but for me, I was like, no, it's a huge milestone and I'm going to go after it. And so I actually turned 30 in lockdown. And of course, typically I couldn't do anything about it. But the original idea was I'm going to run 30 marathons in 30 days and I'm going to finish on my 30th birthday. And it's going to be a huge celebration because I'm alive and I'm healthy. But lockdown happened, so I thought, maybe not now, but it's going to happen. And then last year, a friend of mine was like, oh, come and run the Edinburgh Marathon. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I've never been to really Edinburgh, so why not? And then I got into the London Marathon for the CF Trust. And I thought, hang on a minute, how many days are between these two races? And I thought, what's an extra few when you're going to be running that many?
Oh my goodness,
So you
nothing
start
can
in
stop
London, you
you.
finished in Edinburgh, it was 36 after 36. I mean, it's extraordinary, Zoe, listening to Sophie talk about this, because she makes it sound really easy.
Yes.
It does. I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Even if you had full lung capacity and you were healthy.
If you had no chronic illness whatsoever, to do one marathon, I think is an incredible achievement. To do 36 is exceptional. But for Sophie, with an underlying chronic disease such as cystic fibrosis, you know, which one of the organs it affects is your lungs, it's outrageous, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm in absolute awe and admiration, and I think Sophie is such an incredible role model to other people who have chronic illnesses, and actually to all of us that don't, as to when you overcome something and put your mind to it, just what you can achieve. I think what's really interesting about what Sophie said there is that she said how this lifestyle has potentially saved her life. And we know that with CF, you know, exercise really must be part of the treatment for CF, because it helps you in so many different ways. You know, it helps keep hold of your lung capacity. It helps clear that mucus. So one of the main symptoms of CF is that mucus secretions are thicker, and therefore it's difficult for the body to release them, to get rid of them, and therefore they can harbour infection. So exercise, anything that gets your lungs working at their full capacity, helps to clear those secretions. And I was chatting to Sophie earlier, and she said even when she is unwell, she brings you know, she really scales it back, but will still exercise, because it can actually help alongside the physiotherapy that people with this condition need to have. So hopefully there'll be people out there watching today who will think, you know, I've been wrapped up in cotton wool my whole life because I have this illness, and now I'm going to go out there, I'm going to start off gradually, build it up slowly, but I'm going to take on this exercise because it can help the condition, it can help prolong life, it can help mental health, social health, every aspect of health. So.
And parents, there'll be parents watching as well that may have just had a diagnosis. To see you, Sophie, it's so inspiring for them. It's such a huge thing. Thank you for coming in. What's next?
Oh, do you know what? This is such a big question.
You're still working on it?
No, I know what's next. This is the problem, but it can't be for a while. And also, I think my friends, family and boyfriend would probably leave me. So I decided to go after it. But in a couple of years, there is something I want to go after, partly because when I read about it, there's actually only 36 people who have finished it.
Wow.
36?
Well, that sets you apart. It seems to fit.
space.
Yeah.
Sophie, thank you for coming in.
Thank
It's
you.
brilliant to see you, and we'll continue to watch you, of course, and work with you.
Thank you.
It's just brilliant.